I know I'm supposed to not be here, but I am. What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Listen, as you've probably watched this, Bloomberg has dropped out of the race. Now, many people say, you know, there's been memes all week long. There's been jokes all week long about this man spending $500 million. Let me be that very clear. $500 million in advertising to convince you to what? Like him. Not likable. Nothing about him is likable, okay? Now, we live in a country where a lot of people, this is the problem. This is part of the problem, too. I have a YouTube course, and I'm teaching people about YouTube. And a lot of people are like, hey, when we going to do the ads part? Let's get to the ads, Eric. And I go, look, if you can't resonate or be relatable or in touch with people, they ain't feeling that. And what I said, I still agree and mean. Everybody who ran for the Democratic 2020 this year, all they did was use it as a platform to get more attention. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. Every single one of them, Cory Booker, you name, anybody you can name, they got more attention. You know who they are because you didn't know who they were before that. And also, they're going to be selling books, and it just sets them up to run next time. Right? Because, you know, some of these election years, you know, prime example, when Mitt Romney ran for the second time, was it the second time or third time? I think it was the second time. For the second time, people really weren't even, before he even said the 47% thing, which honestly is 100% true. 47% of Americans would rather people take care of them. That's not even a joke. You know, we're in a society where we can actually see that. We can see there's people who like, nah, I just want to take a chill job. I want to do bare minimum. I want to be an all right person. I want to live an average life every day, average living, doing average stuff. You see it. You see it. People don't want to listen. You go to all these college campuses, nobody is trying to take STEM courses. Nobody's trying to take a bunch of math and chemistry. You know, and then if you talk to them about why they're not taking math or chemistry, they're behind schedule. So now they're at college taking entry-level courses that they could have took at community college before they even got there. Now, what does that got to do with my Bloomberg? You're like, well, what does that got to do with my... There is still a gut check America. We live in a kind of gut check America. Do I like this person? What is the difference between Mike Bloomberg, who's a billionaire, a legit billionaire, and Donald Trump, who's a legit, well, listen, for the sake of argument, billionaire. Though he ain't on Forbes, okay? Right? It's the likability factor. For whatever reason, you like Trump. He's being sarcastic. He's being a petty man. He's being a chatty patty. You like that for whatever reason. Mike Bloomberg's that serious short guy at your office that's got, you think he's got the short man syndrome. And from every record, everybody who's ever talked about him, he does. Every single person you ever Google any kind of conversation around Mike Bloomberg, they're like, he's nasty. He's not nice. He's grumpy. And again, he's short. I mean, that's the running joke. He's short. And so here's the thing. When he was on the podium and he said he bought those elections, he bought those candidates, he meant every word of that. He bought those people. and this, I just want to tie this into where people think spending ads will get them the sales. It'll get you the eyeballs, but it won't get you the sales. It won't get you the sales. And again, right now, Gio, you're saying something, and I'm not gonna knock you, but you can't tell people how to spend their fucking money. I've already cursed for today. There we go. We ruined this live. But I really get exhausted with people going, well, imagine if they spend it on health care or taking care of children or helping the poor or creating things for homeless. There's a billion nonprofits. There's a billion nonprofits out there doing all that. There's a billion NGOs. There are a ton of groups doing that. We have a fundamental problem in America. It is the education system. Not that we need to spend more money on education. It's your mama and daddy's at your house and they ain't teaching you nothing. Your mom and daddy not enforcing you to read. That is why when immigrants come here and you have Indian and Asian children who are in tutoring from the second grade, and you got all these memes where it's the mom and dad sitting here going, well, if it's 4 apples minus 2, and they're hollering at the kid, that didn't help the kid, and that didn't help the parent. That parent is trying to avoid having to pay money for what? Tutoring. Having to pay money for what they know they need to pay for their kid. And that's why we're on a high level gut check America level right now. Just straight up, we're on a high level. I like Donald Trump. He got money. His wife is pretty. I like him. And he's a smart ass. I like him. That is literally where we are right now with people in the gut check America. I'm not joking. Okay? That's where people are. Literally the level. I don't like him. Oh, no. I mean, listen, Charlie. Don't get it twisted. I was in military classes. I had 8 male teachers over the course of my year. There's a ton of Asian kids who are regular. But again, every stat shows you in 4th grade, when these African American Latino boys, if they fall behind in the reading, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's not even a joke. It's literally, if you can't comprehend and you're reading a paragraph of math, it's a wrap. Now you guys are like, Eric, you're being dramatic. No, everywhere you go, you Google all these articles, there's a lot of men who are undiagnosed dyslexics. There are a lot of people who are undiagnosed reading and development issues. Now you can't come from water boy to genius in a night, but in America we have a very specialized culture, and we can raise your intelligence enough that you're functional in society. Okay? Reading and math is key. It just is point blank. Now, thank you, Marcos, for sure. But that's why I'm trying to get you guys to see. A lot of times people think, well, if I just throw money at the problem, it will magically just turn around. Now, I wrote on the blog, Classy Klein blog, does your business need money? And I mean it. Does your business need money right now? Does it need marketing? Does it need pre-sales? What does it need to get to the next level? And so many times we're in a society where people think, well, I'm just going to throw money at the problem. I'm just going to throw money at the problem and the problem will go away. And that's just not the truth. That's not how it works at all. At all. And just trying to convey that to people, trying to get people to understand that, yeah, Mike Bloomberg just spent $500 million to learn a valuable lesson. If you're not likable, if you don't gut check with people, if you, I mean, literally, his videos were so pandering, like African Americans, like it was cracking me up. And, you know, there's a level of, I'm trying to be careful. There's a level of, in America, it's so easy, we made it too easy. It's almost foolproof, right? It's almost foolproof. And man, you know, I was reading this guy's article the other day, and it talked about being on projections, right? Like if you start here in this neighborhood, your life's gonna kind of be this. If you start up here, your life's kind of be this. And we have a tendency in America to coast. So if you're already on a lower economic level, the coast, you can't coast. There's no coast time for you. Life is a grind for you, right? And that's why you have so many people who are wealthy, that second and third generation, they just fall off because the kids have no desire, no hunger to strive or struggle, right? But that's what Mike Bloomberg just learned, that he's unrelatable to people because he started out on a particular level. Yes, he started a company, but when you think, hey, this guy hired 20,000 people, like even Ariana Huffington is more relatable than Bloomberg. Ariana Huffington, who married a gay man and act like she didn't know he was gay, and then got divorced and got a newspaper out of the deal and an online magazine, even she is more relatable because in the end, she's on the flip spectrum now because she's like, sleep is important. Rest is important. There you go. He's a wet blanket. Like he has no, like Tiger Woods, there was a joke about Tiger Woods being so unrelatable. And like, if you read some of the articles, it was like he would tell black jokes, but he's black. And so when he would tell the joke, the people would awkwardly laugh like, oh, like, that's weird, Tiger. That's kind of weird. Or Tiger Woods was at this thing, and instead of saying his lower back hurt, he was like, my glutes couldn't activate. And the ESPN sportcaster was like, I really hope Tiger Woods gets some friends in his life to help him talk like a normal person. Again, it's a gut check. It's a likability factor. If you know that's not your specialty or your skill set, then what should be your focus? Your focus should 100% be, I need to get my skills all the way up where I can't be put out of the game due to like I'm short or I'm fat or I'm whatever. And that's what Mike Bloomberg is the example of. He's the epitome of, hey, it don't matter if I'm short and I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. It don't none of that matter. I got money. I'm a Bloomberg. I did this. I built this company from the ground up. You have to work within the power of your strengths, right? I can't read and drive, so yeah, I'm not gonna read them. But I just wanted to like express that, where a lot of us think the answer to business, and I get it. I'm on YouTube right now, I'm on Facebook, and I'm seeing a lot of people spend money on ads. And as I watch them in their ad, I'm like, first of all, comb your hair, dress better, clean yourself up, actually be likable. You're running ads and people just don't even like you. It's not even about the it's not even about you as much as you just aren't likable. And I feel bad saying that way, but that's essentially what I'm seeing in a lot of these commercials. People are like, just not likable. Oh yeah, stop and free. I mean, listen, he got caught on camera saying they're stopping too many white people. I mean, like Bloomberg, I mean, he buried himself, but at the end of the day, like, that's how he really felt. And even in his apology was whack. Listen, the funniest and worst thing, and I know y'all can judge me for this, is when Elizabeth Warren slaughtered him at that Democratic debate, and she said he talks about fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. Let me tell you, y'all, I laughed and replayed that at least 12 times. Because for one, on one hand, hilarious. I mean, locker room talk, number one. Number two, sorry. Number two, you know, it in that moment, it made him seem like a real person. Like, that's just the truth of it. It was the worst moment and the best moment. It was the worst moment because it's like, we're going to get a guy in here who calls people fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. I, for one, am dying because I'm like, wow, he even said that? He has enough personality to even say that? Like, that was my response. He don't even seem like he got enough personality to even say that. So I was like, absolutely surprised. But it made him more relatable. It made him a real person. Just for me. Like, I you know, that might have tested poorly with the audience, but I thought it was a hoot. I was like, damn, Liz Warren just killed you twice. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. But that's the thing. You got to understand, like, money is not going to outperform likability. Part of what I see here in this whole, and I'm gonna be careful, building a business is boring. Building a business is boring and tedious, and you have to be dedicated to do it. Okay? That's how I'm gonna say that in my nice way. Because the more business owners I meet who do the daily operations, which I hate doing daily operations is boring, repetitive, tedious. I get bored. Sales, marketing, oh man, you can light my fire talking about sales and marketing, because I like talking to people. I like connecting with people. I like being in front of people. I like connecting to people. That's the difference between me and Mike Bloomberg. We both could be billionaires. I could be a billionaire at some point here in the day. It would be too much sacrifice. But the what I'm seeing right now is I see people who are daily operations people trying to be marketing people, which again, Grant Cardone's telling the truth. 10x all the way. You got to 10x that bad boy up. But what happens is you come across as dry. You come across as boring. You come across as like somebody who just took an Alex Berger class and you're trying to do a $2,000 ad run and it just ain't for you. There's a guy right now. He's doing these ads. And I was going to do business with him. And I could tell, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I could tell he did not want to do business with me because it would have required his company to double. He won't trying to do that. He was not trying to do that. And I feel you. But on the flip side, he out here running ads, trying to get that likability factor, trying to be Mr. Club Party promoter factor. And there's an appeal to A lot of people, unfortunately, they want to have the cool, sexy business. They want to have the cool, like, I'm doing something sexy. And that just ain't for everybody. And y'all gonna see, the more as time goes on, you need those skills, and you really need skills. And reason drivers are being paid so much right now is the old reliable guys are getting ready to go home to the house. They ain't got to do it no more. You know, they gonna go retire. It's these young guys that are unreliable. This is boring. This isn't exciting. And that's why the industry is in such a clutch. And that's also why the industry is out here hiring, pretty much just open door visa to a lot of immigrants who were willing to drive trucks. Right? Because it's not exciting. Only reason it's starting to get exciting for some of these guys is because they're starting to see people like Asian Trucker. He calls it Mother Trucker. And some of these guys who are like, oh yeah, I make $100K a year and I bought all this stuff. And they're like, what do you do? I'm a trucker. And then I have another truck that I put another driver in. So it's starting to have this sex appeal to it that's different. But again, daily operations, boring. Sexy, exciting stuff, yeah. I mean, and that's just human nature. You cannot force a personality on anybody. Now, also another thing about this is you can't run a country without personality. What's the number one problem in China right now? Yes, I'm getting me some Panda Express. Y'all can judge me. I don't care. Judge me. The number one problem in China right now is they're actually like getting a group of kids and pushing them through arts programs, because they went all the way the other way. Science, math. And so now there's no creativity to even think, right? In America, we go way individualized. You can do whatever you want, learn whatever you want, do whatever you want. And so we have all these people coming up with companies and problems and solutions. But then you have other countries like India and China, they're like delayed. They're like, okay, like the creativity side of it is a little bit delayed because they're so focused on just forcing everybody into this one track. Does that make sense? Yes. Koreans and Japanese, yes. What sex scandal? Okay. She ethered him. Like, literally, they kept playing Jay-Z lyrics over that ether song over it. Exactly. BK from the Rockies. People will not do business with you if they do not like you. I'm in the drive-thru. I'm not driving on the road. They will not do business if they don't like you. And what I learned through this whole process with this trucking thing, like every day, my staff's like, hey, we need to do A, B, and C, blah, blah, blah. And the accountant comes like, we need to do A, B, and C, Erica. And I'm like, I don't like this. I'm not a daily operations person. I'm a video marketing creation person. So the whole second office has a studio we're building for me, because honestly, I could give a crap. I'd be like, oh, I paid you to do this job. You just do it. Make it a decision. Like, I've given you this much authority to make a decision, right? Because I'm not a daily operations person. That bores me to tears. Like, when I'm doing admin stuff, I'm about to just cry my little heart out because it's boring, right? And that's why I'm saying you need a yin and a yang in America. And I'm more of the vision. Like, even the project I'm getting, Ground Zero, Texas. Oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. But I'm just the vision. Hold on. Judge me, please.
Hi, welcome to Panda. This is Daniela. Would you like to get the honey when I shop with your mail today?
No, ma'am.
What can I eat you?
Can I get a plate, please? Can I get it with firecracker shrimp and Shanghai Angus steak with white rice?
Both of those are both premium. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Any appetizers or any drinks?
I would like a chicken egg roll.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Would you like to round that up and donate your cents for children's hospitals?
No, ma'am.
I'll have that for you at the window. Thank you.
All right, you guys. Yeah. Tell my trainer. Text him on the internet. I saw an ad for a product, and the guy demonstrated it was looking all wrinkly. Presentation matters. I'm telling you, been the bartender. We currently have a guy who does that in the White House. He's a marketing gorilla. Now listen, what do I mean gorilla? I mean the guy who's like attacking. Trump saved Twitter from going under. Let's really put it out there. Twitter was going to poop. Trump saved it from going to poop poop. And whether he gets the recognition for that or not, then, we'll see. His apology was whack. Yeah, it really was. It was like, I'm being forced to apologize, like someone stabbing him in his eye.
That's gonna be 1277.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, you ready? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take
Have a
it.
nice day.
Have a nice day, Gabriel. He's like, get your food. Yeah, get out the window. Get out the way. Movie, get out the way. Get out the way. All right. Heading back to my office now. My poor staff is like, please stop bringing food with onions. And I just got some with onions. Now he will spend $1.5 billion. He will pop in. Listen. I mean, we could even touch on the coronavirus too. Rule followers can't create. That's right. You have to be able to bend the rules just a little bit. I know these AP. Yes, I was in AP classes, and all those kids, they were stuck. They couldn't bend, and 2 of them became doctors, and they drink alcohol all the time. Yes, about to eat. Hey. Home cook. Listen, when I lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Bragg, I mean, we had the best Asian food, but there's no, other than Thai food, which I get burnt out on Thai food here. That's all we have that's Asian, is the Thai food. Oh, no Chinese food for a while? Listen, I mean, here's the thing. Whew. And even on the coronavirus thing, which I was going to do a whole show about, people are like, oh my God, the coronavirus and the stock market and all this other stuff. And what I was telling people is, if you look, all these people are like, stock market. What been popping this past 2 weeks? Real estate. Everybody all across the country, when the stocks took a little dippy dip this weekend, everybody ran and threw some money over into real estate. You had a lot of real estate sales this week, and you had a lot of new construction applications. Why did you have new construction applications? Established neighborhoods, like let's keep it a buck. Glen Cameron kind of established neighborhoods, like Glendon, where Glendon Cameron lives. Those type of established neighborhoods, everybody want to live in. But do you have the buckaroos to live over there, right? And if you don't have the buckaroos to live over there, then you're gonna do what? Move further out and go into new construction. Now, somebody asked me, because I'm doing this Texas Ground Zero project. Y'all will learn more about it as AM1 records me coming up. And you'll see more about talk about coronavirus on my stock channel, other channel. What you will see here is, be careful. I went and looked at flights the other day, and I looked at some hotels. Complete drop. Just drop. You're going to see a lot of these little YouTubers, these broke kids that's really broke, and they on the edge of being broke. They're going to be traveling more. That's going to be a lot this summer. You're going to see a lot of that. Now, when if you go look at the guy who's Black in Korea, he does a Black in Korea's channel. I forgot his name, Sean. He was walking the streets of Korea, and they were empty. I don't know if you know anything about South Korea. It's like overfull. Like, it's so full, it's like scary. Like, you're walking in crowds all the time, shoulder to shoulder. And he was walking in the streets, and it looked like a scene from The Walking Dead, y'all. It looked like a scene from what's that other 28 Days Later? I mean, it was like ghost town. And that's just so abnormal for Korea. Like, he went by a bunch of restaurants, they were just closed. Point blank period, they closed. My friends that are stationed in Korea, and my friends that are stationed in Japan that I was planning on seeing in March, they're even like, well, Erica, you can come. We'll drive you because ain't nobody out. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that now. I'm a little nervous. But this coronavirus, you're going to see something here. It's going to do a little shake and all, a little shock and all real quick. But I was talking to somebody, and people were like, oh, trucking is this, trucking is that. And I love listening to these grown men who have no foothold in trucking. They don't even read enough articles to even know what they're talking about trucking. Where my phone just blew up from 75 different shippers the other day trying to get some freight moved. and they're short on, they're just short. There's not enough people who can really move it like that. And that's what cracks me up when people are like, oh shit, trucking is going under, and China, and I'm like, dude, y'all gotta understand, they have things shipping to America. Amazon, just by they sell, Amazon, other companies, Alibaba, they have things shipping to America that have been in progress for 12 months now. Actually 18 months if you want to be honest. And when I go to May in Germany, I'm going to show y'all they already have this stuff planned out for months. So no matter if the coronavirus is going off and popping, no matter if this is happening, these things were scheduled to get here months ago. They were already scheduled to be here. So they have to be what? Delivered. They have to be moved. They have to be transported. So even if like really what you're really going to see a hit from coronavirus is not now, it's about 18 months from now. When all those companies had stopped manufacturing for about a good, 4 months. And there's a crazy video. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want YouTube to label me or get me kicked off here. But go Google Chinese billionaire conversation on Corona. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I think they took the video down 5 times. But if you can find it, go find that video. Scare the poop out of you. Because he ain't got no reason to lie. And he ain't scared. He bowdy. Okay? He a billionaire. Best they can do for him in China is look him, okay? And you know what I mean when I say look him. I mean all the way off, okay? So, but you won't see, and this is the conversation I really want to have with people. When people sit here and talk about, well, wait, why are you doing all this in trucking? I'm like, go Google trucking parking lots, okay? Go Google truck stop. Go Google these things. All these companies, all these cities and states where we're at right now are starting to not let trucks park anywhere, right? You're not going to park in the neighborhood. Like prime example, Glenn and Cameron was talking a video the other day that 1 in 3 people don't make $50K a year. And I was telling him when I lived in a house with 2 girls who made over $150,000 a year, we're in a house 3 women together. Next door were 2 married couples together. Across the street was 2 sets of couples together. They weren't married. They were just couples. These people are smashed in these houses, so the parking is crazy. Go to any apartment complex. Any of y'all here, let me know. Any of these apartment complexes, have you seen the parking be just outrageous? There's nowhere to park because you have 5, 6, 7, 8 people living in one apartment, taking up all the spaces in the parking lot. Like even now this week, we had 7 people move out of where I'm staying now before I move into my house. And in that area, it's like there's no parks. There's no parks. And I go, we got 7 units that are empty over here, 10 units over here that are empty. How is there no parks? You got people just piling up in a house. Like it's outrageous. And they're doing it because they ain't got no choice. And what I tell people is that's the stuff you should be paying attention to. Worrying about this coronavirus, talking about trucking, you need to be paying attention to these people that are smashed up in these houses with these cars. They got new cars, but they 5, 6, 7 people deep in an apartment. That doesn't make sense. What's going to eventually happen is these same people are going to do what? Move to a house. They're going to move to a rental house where they'll have more space and still be parking up all up in the street over there too. But that's why when people say, well, why are you still pushing towards single family houses? People don't want to live in apartments. People want to pull up into their driveway, get out of their car and go into their house. That's just a natural and people say, well, Erica, that's what you say. I'm telling you from people who are in the South. And when I say South, I'm going to say everything below Virginia. Maryland, I know. But Virginia. Everything below Virginia, people want to be in a house. Why are people driving at 2 hours into D.C.? Because I got this big old house out. Did you see what this house I got out in D.C.? Look at this giant house I got out in D.C. And so they'll keep doing that because people want to live in a house. They don't want to live in a freaking apartment. So when Grant Cardone and certain people be like, oh, I'm investing in apartments. You have to see the returns of apartments. They've been terrible for years. No one's talking about it though. No one's talking about it. Exactly. They're busting down $2K rent for 5 people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like I remember upstairs, there was a couple and his guy friend and one other guy in this 1 3-bedroom. And they were arguing all the time. And I was all like, I'm too old to be arguing with grown people when I can go live by myself. $100 to $150 for truck parking in Houston. Get 5 acres, gate, guard, gravel, and you printing money. Listen, I'll save that for later, but that's a whole conversation. Like 150, yeah, you on the edges. But if you get in the city of Dallas, you talking about 200, 250 bucks. You talking about Atlanta, 300, 250, 200. You talking about Virginia, 250. Like, yeah, truck parking is made a lot of money. And that's why when I was on the Truck and Hustle podcast, I don't know if y'all saw that podcast, I was like, all roads lead to real estate. And I meant that. Because what people really don't understand is all roads do lead to real estate, period. Like, at the end of the day, like, something has to be parked there. A house has to be built there. Like, again, Compton, California is all trucks and shipping. There you go. I do courier services. I see no trucks, no truck parking everywhere in Charlotte now. Yeah, Ollie Brooks, Charlotte, Monroe, all them little towns near Charlotte back in the day, that was nothing but a bunch of truckers. That was a trucking hub parking. So I've already told my family, find us somewhere in Charlotte. Find me some land off I-95, whether that's Fib or going towards Raleigh. Find me some land in South Carolina. I will buy and build a truck parking lot because everywhere you go, there's no truck parking. It's like, no truck parking. No, you can't park a truck here. I'm going to take y'all in the office. Come on. Let's go into the office. Let's see how many things can I grab on my way in. Y'all want to go in the office today? It ain't a lot in there, but we're going to take you in there. Come back out and get my drink. Y'all want to see this half-naked office? Hey, Chris, I'm back. You got enough papers? You're done with them papers? All right, you guys, sit here real quick. Hold on 1 second. Say what? What? Hey, you guys, I'm coming back to the office. I know you're like, Erica just left us. I did. I apologize. Let's see here what we got going on. Would y'all like some light in here? Pretty sure you would. Hey, y'all want to see this? Cool, right? All right, you guys. Getting set up, ready for Terry. Waiting on AM1 to come finish decorating the office. Okay, let's see what y'all been talking about while I took you a little break, a little walky walk. All right. Okay, I have a standing desk, but what are y'all talking about in here? Oh, I can make my desk higher. Look. Now it looks stupid. Hold on. What does it say? Where are y'all saying here while I was gone? Oh. Minnie is cracking me up. Yesterday I went to Publix and they were sold out of hand sanitizer. I may need to Google a hand sanitizer DIY. Listen, they were just talking about on the news. Remember how we used to make fun of preppers? I'm like, yeah, preppers are laughing all the way to the bank right now. I'm gonna sit this here. Oh, dang, that ain't gonna work. Maybe not. Let's see what y'all talking about. All right. Interesting. World Bank issues pandemic bond. China has the biggest bond. I believe that. I see news about trucking getting into trouble about parking. Yep. So true, I refuse to get an apartment. Yeah, it's not worth it. Minnie, dang, why you gotta do me like that? Found an interview, but it's only 57 seconds. Is that it? Trucking Hustle. It's a podcast. Stop it, my chef. I wish they stopped building apartments. Too many buildings sitting empty. It's a money grab. It's like a ghost build. NC and South. Yeah, they really are. Thank you, Dion, Detroit Lion, for the $10 super chat. It's a lot of echo in here, so. The office is half naked. Y'all know what I meant. The boat party is still available. I had to fix the link. I'm standing right now. Yeah, AM1's going to come and decorate the office, and we're going to get this set up better. Oh, yeah, listen, okay. Mike Bloomberg, that whole thing, I'm telling y'all, that is a lesson in likability. It is a lesson in marketing. It's a lesson in all that. Multifamily homes are going to be future. Yep. I mean, there's a lot of, what's the problem with a lot of this is we think advertising solves everything. And because right now Google has like 30 to 50% empty ad space, people really think, oh, y'all can just keep spending. Either people, all it's going to do is do what Grant Cardone did. A bunch of people are going to hate you, a bunch of people are going to like you. But you're still going to be very segmented in our society because it's not like TV, you know, it's not like every day everybody's watching the same thing. Allie never explained to me what was the sex scandal with Mike Bloomberg. Somebody tell me, okay? I need to know. But yeah, right now I'm focusing on Texas land deal. And that's kind of what's going on. But there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. But we're calling it Texas Ground Zero. How's the YouTube course? You said you're increasing costs this month. Yes, I am. Because for me to be there every Wednesday live, and in the course you get 12 weeks, but I'm also letting some people stay longer. You know, you're getting 2-3 hours of live answer Q&A. Like basically you're getting a consulting call for 3 hours. So yeah, I'm gonna have to raise the prices. There's just no way. I'm literally giving people a whole business in a box. Like from speaking to building out other parts of their business. Yeah. Thank you, Treasure Rose, for $5 super chat. Appreciate all the encouragement. Gregory Glass, listen, I'm telling you, when he said fat broads and horse-faced lesbians, I died. I was like, at least he has a personality. In LA, driving should be a lot more traffic. People staying indoors due to the virus. Oh yeah. I am Terry's guest in a little bit, so I'm gonna get off here. Doug, we're gonna roll that documentary out again. Harass AM1, make them work faster, but we're gonna roll out pieces and bits of the documentary all along the way we can because it's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna take time for a lot of stuff to get built. So, anyway, you guys, I just had to come on to. I'm just gonna come on here and do this real quick because Mentor Shelley is worth the money. Yeah, thank you. Some stores are already running out of water. Again, the whole prepper thing, when people make fun of preppers, the United States government even tells you you need to have 2 weeks worth of food supply because in an emergency, the government can't get to you. What you say, just like that, someone called me and they know someone who needs someone to take over their truck payment. See, people be running out of money. To all you people with capital, please stay out of real estate for 2 years so I can make money. Thank you so much. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Get ready for and listen, Mindshift Alley YouTube course is definitely worth the money. Better join now for the price goes up. For real, for real. So look, you guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.